U.S. And again, the president now trying to link his tariff policy to not just better relationships with other countries, but as you were talking about with Savannah, potentially a TikTok deal as well. It remains to be seen, though, whether this will be successful. And again, we keep getting those mixed messages from the White House about the purpose of these tariffs. Kate, say bye.
Gabe, thank you. Brian, so let's end with you on this jobs report. We mentioned the numbers look pretty good. So what are the key takeaways and what might it mean for interest rates?
Yeah, as you mentioned at the top, 228,000 jobs added in the month of March. That, by the way, talks about or references the middle of March. So this is prior to all the tariff action and only covers a fraction of the federal jobs that DOGE claims to have cut. But that 228,000 job gains is pretty much well above what I think they were expecting, something a little closer. 140,000, so it's a pretty solid jobs report. The unemployment percent is in line with recent months and actually consistent with the end of the Biden administration as well. When we talk about these fears of recession, these numbers don't tell us that we are in one right now, a healthy labor market, but does that change as a result of the President Trump's tariffs war? We'll have to see.
All right, Brian Chung, Gabe Gutierrez, thank you both so much.
Well, we have a lot to cover today, and we've talked about the tariffs triggering confusion, some panic, some fear of an escalating trade war as well.
Yeah, and as prices rise here at home, you might be asking the simple question, what is the end game for the White House here? Joining us now, NBC News senior correspondent Tom Costello. Tom, I understand you looked into the strategy behind raising tariffs. Walk us through the goal.
Well, you know, it's kind of complicated, but to make it simple, this is about whether the U.S. wants to continue being a key contributor in a fair global economy where products flow freely across international borders, or whether the U.S. wants to protect American companies and bring manufacturing jobs back, which could mean higher prices here at home. Think for a moment about everything you own. Your car, furniture, your dishwasher, your computer, cell phone, clothing, tennis shoes. How much of it, if any, is made in America? Chances are not much. The economy went global decades ago as U.S. companies moved their manufacturing to other countries with cheaper labor and fewer regulations. The president's goal, bring those jobs back to America. To do that, he's making products made overseas more expensive.
We may have short-term some little pain, and people understand that.
The Commerce Secretary insists companies will move back fast.
Everybody's going to move their factories here, and America is going to become the producer of much, much more of what we consume.
But most experts say it typically takes 3 to 5 years to build a new factory. All of it reminds many economists of a trade war that started in 1930 when President Hoover raised tariffs on imported goods to protect American jobs. Today, Hoover is blamed for making the Great Depression worse. In the 21st century, when America leads the global economy, can it afford to turn protectionist? The free trade versus protectionism argument has grown heat at CNBC.
If people make a decision to buy something from abroad, isn't that part of the freedom and independence people have?
They don't make that decision. They make the decision to buy what's cheap, and that's the problem. Okay, we're going to make it so it's not artificially cheap anymore. Let people buy things made in America, period.
The White House and its allies say realigning the economy is like remodeling your house.
It's going to be really annoying in the short term when your house is getting remodeled. The reality is that remodel has got to happen in order to make things stronger and more stable on the back end.
Okay, so then the question is this. How long will it take to remodel the house or the entire economy? How much will it cost consumers? How long will it take to rebuild a manufacturing base that's been gone for decades, right? And will these tariffs lead to inflation and recession? And at the moment, that's the fear on Wall Street. You guys, back to you.
Tom Costello, great reporting.
Yeah,
thank you.
That really helped. Let's stay on your money now. Hershey is striking a deal with a well-known popcorn brand.
And attention, Mega Millions players, big chances are, or changes rather, are on the way. Kate Rooney joins us now with your chances, your changes, and today's CNBC Money Minute. Hey, Kate.
Hi, Zinkley and Kate. So Hershey is choosing what we're going to call the lesser of two evils. So the chocolate maker striking a deal yesterday to buy the popcorn brand Lesser Evil for an undisclosed amount. The Wall Street Journal reports the price tag is roughly $750 million. Lesser Evil makes a range of snacks using what it says are better for you ingredients. So think of popcorn made with things like avocado oil. Meanwhile, vacancies for film and TV soundstage lots in Los Angeles have hit historic highs. That's according to a report from nonprofit group Film LA. 17 studios that operate LA's stages posted a 63% average occupancy rate. Last year, that was down from 69% in 2023, and the figures are a steep drop from 2016 to 2022, when studios reported a nearly 94% occupancy rate. And today is your final day to try your luck with Mega Millions, and that draw for $2. On Saturday, the price for the tickets are going to go up to $5 per play, but in exchange for the higher price, the starting jackpot will go up from $20 million to $50 million, along with a slightly better odds of winning from 1 in 290 million to 1 in 302 million. So,
Well, you know.
So it really was changes and chances, though. All of that is just
All of it.
Thank you.
Thanks. Still to come, a Maryland father who was legally in the U.S. deported to a notorious